I'm just so stoked about that. And this, and this, and this, and these. Oh my freaking goodness. Listen, hair's up, headband on. That means business. We are outside of a thrift store right now. I'm on my way back from Nashville. I had a beautiful weekend with my bestie. We went to the Music City Rodeo, had a blast. They definitely, you could tell it was their first one, but I'm not mad at it. It was a good time. Anyway, I'm on my way back from Nashville. I had to pass through Birmingham. I figured, let's do some thrifting. I mean, it would be stupid if we didn't. So we are outside of our first store, America's Thrift. I love this location. Let's see what they have for us today. I have no real goals except for summer. I'm not going into like long sleeves. I'm not worried about that. Shoes, accessories, tops are like my main thing. Need some more skirts. Pants, not so much, unless it's like a pair of denim capris, because that's on my like bucket list and I've yet to find it. I love how I said I had no goals and then listed like 7. That's where we're at today. Let's get in there. Side note, I also don't have my headphones or my mini mic, so I might have to voice over this thing if it gets too loud in here. That's your warning. I know a lot of you guys like me to talk to you in the moment, but it might not be happening, so prepare yourself.
You already know we are going to shoes and accessories first. I just feel like it really sets the tone for the entire trip. This is very Y2K for me. A little out of my norm, but I was obsessed with it, so I had to get it. This I thought would be cute for winter, but it didn't sit well underneath my shoulder. It was like a little too long. It was a weird fit, so I left it. This is one of those cute but impractical bags. I feel like every girl needs at least one. Oh my goodness, the shoes. Okay, little did I know that I was about to hit the absolute jackpot. Donald Pliner to start, and then these right off my freaking Pinterest board. But wait, there's more. I really liked these, but they were a little bit damaged for me, so I did leave them. But they remind me of those like Marc Jacobs platform loafers. I wanted those for like the longest time. These are Circus New York. Never heard of them. But are you kidding? Are we seeing this? I had to do like a triple take. Yes, I know they're damaged, but Giuseppe's in the thrift. Genuine. Look at the original price on these things. I'm literally shook. I decided I was gonna have to get these as a trophy. I didn't care about the damage. After having such good luck in the shoes and accessories, I thought the clothes were gonna hit, but as you can see, it was nothing special. Okay, the lingerie section was giving cheap. Maybe I'm blind, I do wear glasses, but I did not see a single skirt that was worth picking up, which really sucks because I miss finding skirts. This used to be an easy section for me, and recently, I mean, it is like pulling teeth to find a good one. Capris. None of that looked good for me. I mean, look at this. It's summertime and these were all the tank tops available. You're joking. So I left with my shoe haul and headed to the next store. This was another America's Thrift location. It's one of like the biggest chains down here, so I usually like to hit these. And you know exactly where we're headed. Shoes and accessories. Spoiler, the bags were nothing special, so there's nothing to show. These though honestly were so cute, like the perfect summer shoe. I just wish they were a different shade of gold. Just a little too yellow for me, but the little gemstones in the wedge were everything. Carlos by Carlos Santana always comes through for the girls. Definitely look out for that brand. And then you guys, I literally found my dream heel for this summertime right in front of my very eyes. You have to look up and down every rack. Oh my goodness. The Silver Hardware really sold me on these, and they're BCBG Girls, another very good Y2K brand. This one broke my heart. Imagine how sexy these would have been, and this is actually cheetah print, not leopard. But the damage, oh my god. Luckily, the store had another really cute pair of heels standing by, so I didn't even have time to be sad about those. But that was it in this store. I did go through the clothes for about 45 minutes and nothing stood out to me, so we left with just a haul of shoes and we were on to the next store.
Back-to-back stores, nothing but shoes and like 2 bags. I don't know what's going on. I did say shoes and accessories were our main demographic, our main objective for today. And the universe is like, here girl, dang, have it. And don't get me wrong, we're eating in those departments, but after I go through that, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be such a good day, because in my head, like, I start in shoes and accessories because I feel like that sets the tone for the trip. But the theory is not proving to be right at the moment, because the accessories and stuff, tea. And then we go to the rest of the store and I'm just like, what is this? I know this fashionista had to wear clothes with these shoes. There's no way she was walking around naked with just fire shoes and like no clothes. So where's the rest of it? Give it to me, Rachel. You know what I mean? But I still have 2 more stores on the agenda, so we're just about to head that way and see what they have to offer. This might be a short video today.
This bag right here had so much potential. I cannot explain that enough, but it genuinely felt like plastic. They didn't even try to make it feel like faux leather. I was really upset with that. But again, the shoes coming in clutch, and we are on the bottom rack. You have to look all the way at the bottom. Projects of Hollywood, are you joking me? I thought these were really cute, very much giving work baddie, but I'm not a huge fan of brown on me personally, so I did leave those. But look at this, they blessed with a silver pair. Unfortunately, not my size, but so freaking cute. Imagine those little strings wrapped around your ankle. Alien hottie, honestly. And they're by 9 West, so you know the quality is there. I love that brand. Finally getting into some clothes, and we found a couple gems. This is a Victoria's Secret little slip dress. Love the color of that. These look crazy on camera, but I do have a try on later in the video. Trust me, they are so freaking good. I was obsessed with the little grommet details on the waistline. This was 100% linen. A lot of potential here. Perfect for these warmer months. Very breathable fabric, but unfortunately there was like a blue stain. I don't really know what was going on with that. If they washed it with a pair of jeans or what. It's not even showing up very well on camera, but trust me, it's there. Otherwise I would have gotten it. These were kind of giving equestrian, but I was kind of here for it at the same time. A little old money aesthetic, not for me personally, but I felt like we should just appreciate the art of fashion a little bit. So that's what this is, okay? Don't get scared. These, on the other hand, can we just have a round of applause? I think these might just be my dream pair. Again, they look crazy on camera. I love this brand. I have so many pairs of jeans by them. Why did I almost forget that I found Morgan Dutois? Very simple little black dress. I don't even know what possessed me to look at this, because first glance it looks like nothing special, but then that brand came through. I'm not a blue girly, but oh my goodness, was I about to be converted. This is the most perfect shade of blue. It would have looked so good on my skin tone. 100% silk by Cachet. I fell in love, but unfortunately that size 0 was not about to go on this body. I don't think I've been that since middle school. This is a little recap of some of those brands that I found. The Rich Hot Auntie wardrobe is just absolutely loaded.
Wait. Why did I low-key eat that up? Morgan Dutois, Victoria's Secret, Fredericks of Hollywood, 9 West. I think I might have found the capris of my dreams. Are they the right size? On tag? No. But if you know about vintage sizing, it's never correct, okay? You cannot trust that tag. So we'll see. I might have found my dream capris with the gold accents to go with some of these shoes that I found today. The vision is visioning. There's another store that's like 5 seconds away, so we're gonna go there. And then that might be it for the day, because it's already 4:30. And this has been like the longest road trip home because I keep stopping to thrift. And I'm getting hungry. Okay, anyway, very successful. I wish we found more clothes, but honestly, considering what we found, the quality was there. And you know what? Sometimes quality is better than quantity. So I'll take it.
Imagine my surprise when this is the very first thing I pulled in this store. I have so many bags pinned on my Pinterest board with these like beaded seashell moments. I was shook. I was like, oh my God, I plucked it right off my Pinterest board. Back in the shoes, I thought the Kate Spades were cute. And then I looked a little further down, again on the bottom row, another pair of Giuseppe's. Literally shut the front door. I should have bought a lottery ticket. 2 in one day. You're freaking joking. Like, what are the odds? This top would have been so cute, but it was incredibly damaged. Unfortunately, the beading was all coming apart. The strap was about to fall off. Wasn't worth getting, but absolutely beautiful. Would have gone with so many things that I bought this day. So I ended up leaving with just these 2 pieces to close out my day, and I couldn't have asked for a better ending.
It's been a few days, but I still am not over this thrifting adventure. It was very short, and I did not find many clothes, but multiple pairs of Giuseppe's. I have a search saved on Poshmark, on eBay, on Depop for that brand, And you know what? They're always super expensive, which is valid. Okay, valid. But I have like yet to pull the trigger on any, and I was like, oh, like I'm just gonna manifest it. Did I think it was gonna happen in Birmingham, Alabama? No. But am I mad? Absolutely not. Everything's in this bag and it's kind of all mixed together, so we're not gonna go in order. It's just gonna be like what's on top. If the shoes fit, I will try them on. If they don't fit, then I obviously will not. And I have a couple clothing pieces. If those fit, I will try those on as well. I figured that's the least I could do since you guys always want that anyway. And the thrifting portion of this video was all of like 8 minutes, which is so tiny for me. But let's stop talking and get into it. This is our first heel. Oh my goodness. There's something about a wooden heel in the summer that is just absolute perfection. Okay, I love it. And I have pinned so many little heels on my board, like my Pinterest board for spring summer with a little design up the front. So these are basically right off my Pinterest board. I don't know how I manifested that, but my manifestation powers were on freaking point the other day. The brand is Wild Rose if you're interested. And I actually think we found a blue pair by the same brand, but like obviously like a different color, which is kind of funny. I don't know what was going on in Birmingham. It's like someone took their stuff and like donated it at a bunch of different stores in the area. But yeah, this is our first pair. These little strings we just like wrap around your foot. So hot and sexy. Obsessed with those. In that same store, we have these babies. Carlos by Carlos Santana. All of these were like $5. Can you see that? So I spent like $20 in this store on just like 5 pair of heels. Are you kidding me? Or 4 pair of heels. Are you kidding me? What a steal. Oh my goodness. These just remind me of like Gabrielle Solis' Desperate Housewives. Do you see the vision? Are these my size too? What size are these? They're an 8, you guys. I wear a 7.5, 8. I don't know if I'll be sharing any of these shoes. I might have just gotten my entire shoe rotation for the summer. Next up, we have these. These are a 6.5, so these are not my size. But the bronze with the gold little detail up the front. Are you freaking kidding me? Again, just wraps around the ankle. Such a good heel. Stunning. These are the last pair of shoes I found at that store. I just love how simple it is, but I am a sucker for some silver hardware, so that was kind of like what sold it for me, because the silhouette is nothing crazy, nothing too special, but that hardware on the front and their BCBG girls, I just think this is a fun little shoe, easy to slip on, black and white outfit. Like, this is adorable. So here for these. Are these my size? They're also my size, you guys. I might only be sharing 1 pair of shoes. I think I spent like $20 in that store. The shoes were not expensive at all. I don't know what they were on, who was pricing, but you have my heart, okay? Kisses for you on your forehead. I don't think you guys understand how insane this is, okay? You might be thinking, girl, it's really basic, whatever. No. I have had so many bags similar to this pinned on my Pinterest board, and I was like, I'm gonna have to end up making it because, or like buying it new, because I don't know if this is gonna be thriftable. But no. This is proof you can literally thrift anything. Get to manifesting, babe, okay? The more you see it, the more you think about it. Let the universe bring it to you. This is the last thing I expected to find in the thrift store. I would have expected to find designer over something like this any day of the week. This is crazy. This could not get more perfect for summer. And a lot of the ones on my board were like in a cream or white color and made of straw or like maybe some other kind of fabric. Those were all cute, but black is my color, okay? And also it's like a nylon material, so it's gonna be easy to clean, a lot more durable. It's got my silver hardware. Look how cute, ignore my outfit. Look how cute. It just sits like perfectly right underneath my shoulder, a little bit of slouch. It's got enough like room allowance for you to have it on your shoulder without it falling off or like digging into your armpit, because some of those mini bags, like they really like sit in your armpit. So this is like so perfect. And we have the Fashion Girl ASMR. Obsessed. Okay. I cannot get over the fact that I found this. This is perfection. This is my new prized possession. I cannot wait to go. And we're literally going to the beach in July, like the second week of July 13th weekend. I have a market in Pensacola, so I will put the information right here if you're in Florida, Panhandle, or anywhere drivable to the beach. Definitely come to that market. I'm gonna have a 10 by 15. I did the market last year and I did so freaking well at it. I had so much fun. I'm glad they're bringing it back. But anyway, since I'm going to the beach, me and my friend are going up a couple days early. She might go down on Thursday. I'm gonna go down on Friday. And we're gonna have Friday and Saturday to just like enjoy the beach, do a little thrifting, go to dinner, eat some seafood, all that good stuff. And then we'll go to work on Sunday and make up all the money that we spent on our Airbnb and drinks and everything else. So it's gonna be a business trip, but I think this is gonna be perfect for one of my nights out that we go to dinner. You guys, I'm so excited. I will never stop talking about this. Are you freaking kidding me? These are the second pair of Giuseppes that I found in that last store. Okay, I think we found one in the first store and one in the last store. We started strong and we ended this very strong. I almost went to another store, but I was like, you know what? Let's end on a high, okay? I found my dream little summer bag, found a pair of Giuseppe's in my size in the wild, second pair of the day. I was like, no, we need to be done, okay? Let's just, because if I went to another store and I didn't have a good day in there, I would have been pissed because we were on such a high. I don't want to end on a low, you know what I mean? So it's like, let's not be greedy and let's end with these. And they are beautiful. Such a sexy shoe. Are you kidding me? And they actually had a pair of Kate Spades. I think I might show them in the video. They had a pair of Kate Spades there. They were $20, like $19.99. And then these were $14.99. So again, I don't know who was pricing, but they don't know their brands and I'm not mad at it at all. But funny enough, we were in the first store, whatever store I found the Giuseppe's in, the white ones, okay? So I was in there and I always start with shoes and accessories. You guys know this. So I had already gone through the belts, the bags. I had walked through the shoes once. And before I went to clothes, I was like, let me walk through one more time. Like something was telling me to go through it one more time. So then I made another round. I didn't think I saw anything, but I was like pushing my cart and looking down as I was like scanning, and I accidentally like hit the corner of like the shelving unit or whatever that the shoes are on, and I accidentally knocked a couple pairs off. So I was like, oh my god, thrift karma, like let me pick these up and put them back so I have good karma come back to me. But when I was putting the shoes back on the shelf that fell, the Giuseppe's were staring at me in my face, and I was like, how did I miss that? You're joking. And I like looked around, it's like almost like, is anybody else seeing it? It was like one of those moments. And I just like grabbed them and I put them in my cart and I walked away. And I was like, let me just examine them over here. They're real, they're beautiful. The only thing was that they were so badly damaged. Like the little insole was coming up in the back. I bent them and they started to separate like a hair. So it was like one of those situations where, you know, if you started to walk in them, they would look cute at first, but then like by the end of the day, like they would have fallen apart. You know what I mean? So I was like, should I get them? Should I not get them? I decided to just put them in my cart and hold on to them for the time being. I went through the clothes, didn't really find anything. So it's time to like go through my cart and see what I was actually gonna get versus not. And when the time came, I was like, girl, it's like $5 or $6. That's a cheap trophy. Like, get it. Because like, this is like, I don't want to say a once in a lifetime thing because obviously I did it twice in one day. But in the moment, I was like, this might be a once in a lifetime thing. Like Giuseppe's in the thrift for this price, insane. Like I could take these to the cobbler right now, and even if I had to spend $100, it would still be way cheaper than buying them from eBay or buying them brand new. So I did get them, and then you know what? I was like, I'm just gonna use these to manifest a pair of my size by the last store. Look at them. Right here. That was like crazy. If you don't believe in manifestation, like I don't know what to tell you. You're really missing out. You need to get on the gravy train because it works. Trust me. Okay, funny enough, I know we just talked about the Giuseppe's in the first store. This is the next bag. Am I Canadian? This is the next bag out of my Santa bag. So let me just show you though, since I just talked about them. I'm not gonna go through the whole spiel again, but like look how sexy this is. I love the cone heel, a sling back, the color. These are beautiful. But this is what I was talking about when I said like the insole was coming up a little bit in the back, and then when you bend it, maybe it's not this shoe that's coming apart a little bit, but this is like an easy fix. And like I said, cobblers exist for a reason. We can get these fixed up, and then I might sell them after that, but I might keep them as well, like I said, as a trophy, as my first pair of Giuseppe's that I ever freaking found. Imagine if these were my size. I would literally be unstoppable. And then I also got these Donald Pleiners. This is another really good brand you need to be looking out for. Donald Pleiner, and they're like a cork. Again, a good slide for the summer. Easy to throw on instead of putting on like a pair of Crocs or like a pair of regular flip-flops. A little bit elevated. Beautiful. And then these were those blue shoes that I said I think are the same brand as the brown ones I showed earlier, and they are. I definitely still like the brown ones a little bit more, but these were too good to not get, okay? These are definitely gonna be going in my shop, and I know somebody who likes blue is going to just like live for these. And I like how these are almost like a graphite, like wood. They like painted it. Obsessed with this cool tone. So they're these. They're also Wild Rose. And the only bag that I got in that store was this one. It's a baby thought bag, definitely screaming Y2K. Not my go-to, but I mean, come on. The animal print, the gold hardware. I could not leave this behind. I was living for this, so I definitely got this. I'll figure out how to make it work in my wardrobe, trust. Oh my God, wait, I got one other bag. Are you kidding me? Look at this. I don't know if it, no, it does not fit on my shoulder. This is definitely a handbag, but it's so cutie. And I want to get more into clutches. I know this is not necessarily a clutch, but I feel like it could be. I feel like I could just, yeah, I feel like I could walk around with it like that. And if I wanted to just put it on my arm, I could. But leather, little grommet detail. This might be good for concerts, honestly. It's small enough. It's a little bit more elevated than like a fanny pack or just trying to stuff everything in my boots. Because I don't know if you've ever been to a concert and tried to wear like a skirt or something with no pockets. You don't want to hold everything. And sometimes, a lot of times I go to my concerts by myself, but I wear like Doc Martens or like I'll wear like a tall pair of boots and I'll just like stuff everything in my boot. And it works, but this would probably be a little bit more comfortable. So many shoes to show off, you guys. But look at these. I did not realize that these were $15. I don't know if I would have paid that, but I was so excited to find them because I was just on like a roll with shoes. And look at these. They're silver metallic. They're size 6. Unfortunately, they do not fit me, but I love the pointed toe. And then these little strings will just like wrap around your ankle. Are you kidding me? These were so good. And Nine West is such a good brand, so I was stoked to find these. And I also found these Fredericks of Hollywood little slip-ons. Oh my goodness. I'm obsessed with these. These are my size, so I will be keeping. Sorry if you're interested, but like little sequin detail, again, all over my Pinterest board. Sequins, seashells, everywhere, okay? These are black. Again, the wooden heel. Look how sexy that heel is. I die. Oh my goodness. This is so good. And this is gonna just seamlessly fit within my wardrobe. So I'm stoked. I cannot wait to style these for real. I also got clothes at that same store. First one being this little Victoria's Secret slip dress. I love the color of this. This is such a beautiful purple. Like if I'm gonna wear purple, I want it to be this. I want it to be like a rich, deep purple, and I love this. It's double lined like satin on the top, and then as you can see, it's like sheer on the bottom. Almost has like a little baby doll silhouette to it. Stunning, beautiful, gorgeous. Love, love, love. Like what's not to love about this? I almost forgot. I freaking, sorry, you guys are spinning. Morgan de Trois? What baddie dropped off all of their stuff in multiple stores? That's what I want to know. Another really freaking good brand. Is this my size? What is T1? What does that mean? What does that mean? And the other tag was cut. I hope this fits me. It was in the size small section, but I don't know if it's actually small. But I think it's just like a simple little black dress with a slit up the side. Imagine this with these little heels. This would be a little crazy, a little hot and sexy for me, but I mean, imagine if I was like going out in like Vegas or somewhere where it was like appropriate to have this kind of outfit. But this is my first Morgan de Trois piece. Actually, I think it's my second. I sold the first one because it wasn't really my style. But this is a little black dress. This is the first one I would consider keeping. The designer was out, honey. Very cute, and this one was only $5.99, which is a freaking steal. Again, I don't think they know these brands, but shh, don't tell them. Hopefully they're not like watching this video. I also found these pants, which did not look very good in the video clip, I will admit, but they're a pair of like mid-rise pants, black pants. They've got the little boot cut flare at the bottom, and then I was just obsessed with the grommet details before I realized that it actually has this like velvet belt with like fringe at the end that's supposed to like weave through it. I feel like that would be really freaking cute. So I got these. They're by Joe Boxer. Not a brand I would have expected to have something like this, but they were really cute. They zip all the way up the front. Hopefully they fit enough for me to like try them on for you. But they were on like $3.99, and I thought they had a lot of potential, so definitely grab these. Did we finally find my dream capris? Did we find them? I do want one with like a little bit of a bigger cuff, but for now, like, these might be the denim capris of my dreams, okay? So I said I wanted a pair that were more like gauchos that were denim. I wanted a pair that were cargo, which I already have. I have the gaucho ones that are denim, and then I wanted a pair that were like a true denim with a thick cuff. This is not necessarily like thick like I want it. I want like that Carrie Bradshaw like thick cuff. And I might just have to like do that myself. I might have to stop being so picky and thinking I'm just gonna find that, but you guys know I love a dark wash. Okay, I love a dark wash. And these are perfect. And like the gold accents, the contrast stitching, the buttons, I'm living for it. Living, girl. Okay, maybe like this could go with the bag. The gold, we're seeing that. I'm gonna try that on. And maybe it looks cute, maybe it doesn't work, but I think that's like the temporary vision I have for that, and maybe that's how I kind of bring it in. And honestly, it would be very 2000s, but it would be like the hot mom 2000s and not like Bobby Jack, you know what I mean? No hate to that if that's what you're into, but like, I'm grown, you know what I mean? 30 years old, I'm not trying to wear Bobby Jack baby tees anymore and like Hello Kitty and all that stuff. Like, we're over that. Now I want to be like Desperate Housewives, hot mom, you know what I mean? That's what I'm getting. Anyway, love that. And then I actually went to one other store when I was in Nashville, but I didn't really record it because I found next to nothing. But I did find 2 belts. You guys know I love a belt, okay? This is the first one. Look how thick. THICCCCCCCC, thick belt. Look at that. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Obsessed. Are you joking? This is stunning. I wish it was like real leather. That's like my only downside to it. It's faux leather, and that tends to peel, but I'm gonna try to keep it very taken care of so it doesn't start peeling on me, because I actually will cry. There's literally no brand in this one, so I don't even know how I'd find it again. It might even be new, it might be fast fashion, I don't know. But do I care? Does this face look like I care? No, because I don't. I'm just so stoked about that. And this, and this, and this, and these. Oh my freaking goodness. We went from, if you've been here for a while, you know that like Christmas through like beginning of April, I was just really struggling as far as the thrift stores go. I mean, it was affecting my mental health like a little bit, because this is always like an outlet for me, and as you can see, like fashion and thrifting and vintage just like brings me so much joy. So for me to be going through a serious rough patch and not being able to find like literally anything at estate sales or at the thrift store like for that 3-month period, it was kind of messing with me a little bit, and I was really sad. But the thrift luck has clearly turned around, okay? I just needed to completely take a rest, reset, and come back stronger, because this is actually crazy. I'm still shook at this haul. Like, I did it, I recorded it, proof where it didn't happen, I have the receipts, you guys came with me, and I'm still just like, is this real life? You're joking. This is also just proof you can like literally manifest and find everything you want secondhand. Like, you do not need to be buying new. so many of these pieces right off my freaking Pinterest board. Just thrifting, and in Alabama of all places. You just have to have the vision and the patience. We stopped at like 4 stores. I found basically nothing through a lot of these stores, but we still went. Every store I was in there for at least an hour. Like, we were hunting, girl, and that's just part of it. Like, thrifting literally is gambling. Okay, sometimes you hit big, and other times you miss over and over and over and over and over again. I did that for months, and now look at me. I stuck with it. I'm on the other side, and now the benefits are overflowing. Gosh, I love this stuff. I really do. Oh my gosh, if you do not thrift, you need to. Maybe come down here. Maybe come to Alabama. We low-key got the goods. I'm willing to share. Okay, I put the addresses in the video. So if you want to go, you can go. I can't guarantee you're gonna find these because, again, thrifting is gambling, but anything is possible. All right, you guys, that is going to conclude this video. I have another one I want to record. I want to record like 2 or 3 today because it's like my one off day from work. The sun is shining. I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm in a great mood today, so I want to knock out a couple so that I have things already pre-planned and scheduled and ready to go. So in case I have a busy week, I don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get ahead of schedule because we've been growing really fast recently. And I've been loving it. I want to keep the good momentum going. So in this video, let me know down below what your favorite item was that I found. If you can pick one, I don't think I can. Like, my cheeks are literally hurting because I cannot stop smiling. I'm obsessed with everything that I found. So if you can manage to find like a couple things that were your favorites, list them down below. Or you could just let me know your stories about finding designer in the thrift, because it's like no better feeling than that. I swear, if you haven't had that happen yet, just wait. Your time is coming, okay? Put it into the universe and let it do its magic, okay? Don't force it. It'll happen when you least expect it, okay? But be open and ready. Have those eyes peeled, okay? It's out there. But yeah, let me know your favorite item. Let me know if you found designer. I want to hear those story times. And I think that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed, I'm not judging, but I think I earned your subscribe today. I don't know. That's just me though. That's just me. But I hope you guys live a happy, beautiful, wonderful life until I see you next week. Duh. I love ya. Bye.